Um, just how I did today, bro. Like my mentality today, my mindset was just on a different level today, bro. Like I was much more willing to accept my losses. You know, was much better at exiting out of trades. I held them to my designated TP, let them ride all that stuff, bro. Like this is how I know I'm maturing as a trader, because like profits ain't even all that to me no more. You know what I mean? It's really like the way I performed today, like mentally. You get what I'm saying? Because obviously the profit is gonna fall into place when your mindset's right. I've noticed every time I get scared or afraid or whatever on a trade or whatever, I fuck up. And it messes with my profit to reward. It messes up with me growing in my account, because my losses would be bigger than my winners. Because when I'm in a winning trade, I can't hold it long enough for me to actually get the profit that I know I can get if I was to hold the trade. And then vice versa when it comes to a loss. I'm not willing to accept my loss, so it results in in a loss as big as the win I just had. You know what I mean? And the win isn't even accommodating for the loss. You get what I'm saying? So it's a two thing that's really killing me. You know what I mean? It's two things that's really killing me, or was killing me. Was number one, when I was in a losing trade, bro, I was hoping that shit would go in my direction. You know what I mean? Which resulted in a bigger loss. But then when I was in a winning trade, when it was in my direction and I saw it go in my direction, I was so quick to take profits, which wasn't even a 1-to-1 to how much I'm risking. You know what I mean? So today, bro, the main thing I want to focus on, just like for you guys to also learn too, is just how I manage my risk, bro. I want you guys to learn from that, because I noticed, bro, as a scalper, your losses should not be as big as these intraday traders. You know what I mean? Intraday traders, they usually risk like 10 to 15%. And first of all, I just want to put this out here, bro. I'm not by any means, uh, a trader that's better than anybody. You know what I mean? I'm just giving my experience and my take on what I'm learning from me trading for what I think 7 months or so. I'm just giving my opinion and my experience. You know what I mean? So it can help whoever is watching this or whatever. You know what I mean? So basically, when you're a scalper, bro, your losses should be very small. And your losses should be pretty decently big. Like that's the beauty about being a scalper. It's like you take very small losses, especially if you're managing your trade right. And then when it goes into your direction, it's very quick. It's very quick compared to other people holding their trades for 30, 40 minutes, an hour, a day. It's pretty quick, because max I've held a trade was probably like 10 minutes, 10 15 minutes. You know what I mean? And that's like on the long end. You know what I mean? So I've been really trying to work on my risk management, because I know when I work on my risk management, it's like, okay, bro, like, dude, when I see it do this and I know it's supposed to do that, I'm out. And that's just having trust in yourself too, to have trust in your ability to know when to get out. So I'm finna go for over example right here. I see price coming down, right? Hits this level, comes up. I'm still not in the negative. Most people probably would have got scared. I was a little intimidated. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, okay, price is moving kind of funky here. Some orders picked up. I'm following my strat. It's boo. I'm giving it some time. So fast forward a little bit. It dumps down a little bit. I'm only up like 2% here. And I see this candle turn very, very bullish. And I started to go negative a little. Actually, I didn't even go negative. You know what I mean? And that's just getting out, just knowing, yo, like this trade ain't going in your favor. You got to get out, right? I fucked up on this trade right here. I should have been more patient. I was just entering just to enter, really. I wasn't really finding that soft spot where price was really trying to, what price was trying to do. I just saw it go up. I wasn't looking at the orders where it was being entered at, and really waiting and being patient to see where that momentum or those orders are going to push price. But going back to risk management, bro. So another trade, I'm gonna give another example on another trade here. I think, was that the only loss I took today? I'm not sure. I don't know, but like, right, okay. winning trade right here, right? This is an example with the winners. So I'm in a trade, right? Okay, cool. It goes up, comes down aggressive, right? I'm up 0.4, 0.20%. Actually, negative. I went negative 40%. That's nothing. You know what I mean? And just having confidence in where my entry was to support, the how price was reacting here. Tried to break it, couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Just giving price time to really play out. You know, and that's exactly what happened. Price went up crazy. I caught 11% off that. Compared to the 3% I just took on the that I just took on a losing trade. You know what I mean? And that's like what a one to it's like a 1 to 4 around there because I know 12, so that's probably like a 1 to 2 point something, right? So that's great risk management right there. You know what I mean? So boom, price goes up here, right? And having the main thing here, bro. When you're trading, bro, you gotta have confidence, and this is what I've noticed when I was reading this book, trading in the zone. So whoever's watching this, bro, I highly recommend you guys to read Trading in the Zone, because once you get past when you get to the certain point where it's like, okay, my market analysis and my technical analysis is very very solid. It's just my mindset, it's just my psychology that I need to work on, right? This is a great book because just me off of reading like a few pages, 5, 5, 6, 10 pages, I've already learned some very important stuff that's already impacting how I'm trading. You know what I mean? Just being able to understand what it takes to be a trader, understand the differences between a successful and a non-successful trader. You know what I mean? Especially if you want to get to that point where you're successful, you got to understand how successful traders think. And this book is gonna lay that out for you. You know what I mean? And then, like I was saying, with how I managed my loss today was literally because of how the book put risk into perspective, into you know what I mean, into like a viewpoint. It off the few pages that I read, bro, the main thing I took from it was number one, if you're gonna be a trader, bro, you have to accept risk. You have to accept it. You embrace it. You know what I mean? When you're in the trade, you gotta accept that this trade might go wrong. If it goes wrong, I accept the risk that comes with it. And what does that do? That helps you get out earlier. It helps you get out at a decent point. And when you get out, it's like, okay, I got out. Boom. I secured a very small loss. I exited at a pretty decent time. You know what I mean? And when you accept risk, it also helps with your entries. You know what I mean? It helps with your entries because like when you okay, so it's like when you get scared of not entering or finding that perfect entry for a trade, you get scared because like you're like, oh shoot, I might miss out on this trade and blah blah blah, and I want to make sure I get in at the right point and this and that. And then with the fear of you being afraid of losing is going to create that reality for yourself. You know what I mean? Literally yesterday, bro, I entered on a trade. I was not confident in the trade. I did not hold it. I did not accept the risk that came with that trade. And it led to me entering on a trade, had a great entry, trade went in my direction. I had a TP set. I got out early. It hit my TP. That led to me experiencing FOMO because I was chasing, even though because it hit my TP and it broke my TP. So I was chasing. I'm like, dude, I'm missing out on profits. And that was because I didn't hold my entry to my take profit. Because if I held my entry to my take profit, I was like, okay, bro, like I got an entry and I held it to my TP. Boom, that's my trade right there. But since I didn't do that and I was missing out on percents, I was chasing. You know what I mean? And that comes with not accepting the risk per trade. You know what I mean? Every trade that you're in, no matter if it's in profit or not, it has risk to it. You know what I mean? Once you liquidate and end that, there's no longer risk. Because obviously it's not going in any direction. There's no losses or any probability that's happening at that moment. You know what I mean? So once I understood that, bro, that basically like changed my whole mindset on trading. You know, and the book also really conveys to the readers like, bro, you're trading information. You know, is nothing that you should be afraid of. It's information. It's just a matter of how you perceive the information. You know what I mean? And how you're gonna, and the information is gonna present opportunities to you. It's just a matter of you taking advantage of those opportunities, and that's how you're gonna become a successful trader, is by taking advantage of those opportunities that this information, which is bars, movement, momentum, all that stuff, is presenting to you. You know, so just with that, bro, today my risk management was clean, my mindset was good. I was exiting and entering on trades that I, even now looking back at it, I'm pretty proud of. I did a good job. Price didn't even move that aggressive in one direction. So even with that in mind, it's like, dude, I did good, bro. Like, for real. But yeah, man, I'm just ending off that, bro. Like, I hope y'all took something from that. But yeah.